Hi guys, it's Tania here answering my Ask Me Anything question of the week. And today's question came through on Facebook from Paul. And Paul says he's got an audit upcoming and he's not sure how many participants will be interviewed and why are participants interviewed. So there's a calculation that the auditors do if you're a certified provider that is basically a square root calculation. So on your iPhone, if you've got an iPhone, get the calculator open, turn it to the side, and there's a square root button, and you can put in your number of participants and use the square root calculation to see how many will be audited. There's also usually a minimum of 5. So if you've got under 5 participants, be prepared for all of them to be interviewed. And sometimes I get asked around, like, should I get everyone to opt out? Maybe that's another question for another day, but generally my advice is that you really want participants to be part of this process. The NDIS is all about giving the participants a voice and making sure that they're happy and secure at your service and that they feel respected. But from an auditor's perspective, the more participant contact that we have, the more we actually get to see what you're like as a provider and the real difference that you're making. And it can really shift our perspective from just looking at paperwork and worrying about, putting ticks in boxes to really remembering the amazing work you do and the difference that you're making to the participants you support. So I highly recommend you involve as many participants as they ask for in the process, knowing that it'll be a minimum of 5, but it will then be the square root after that. Now, I must say that for anyone else who's listening to this, you do also have to remove anyone that's in verification or groups. So if you're doing plan management or therapeutic supports, they will take those ones out of your sample before they do the calculation. So it's a little bit more complicated, but if you just use square root, that'll be the maximum number. And then if you've got participants that are in low risk or verified registration groups, it'll be less than that. So that'll always tell you the maximum number that'll be looked at, and it could end up being less. So hopefully that helps. I'm here to help you with all of your audit queries. I answer these questions live each Friday. I also do free 15-minute consults and have a number of other free resources on my website to get you ready for audit and prepared to go through that audit process with ease. Reach out if there's anything I can do to help you.